Let's start by creating a simple animation. I'll set a keyframe on the size parameter, then go back a few frames and set the value to 0. Now, I want this scaling animation to have an elastic effect. To do that, I'll click Get Parameters. The script automatically detects the animated parameter on the selected node. In this case, it's the size. It also detects the keyframes, for example from frame 3 to 23, and the start and end values, here 0 and 1. If I change the end value to something else, like 1.3, and click Get Parameters again, the script instantly updates the values in the panel. Next, I'll select a curve type, for example, elastic, and click Apply Expression. The expression is applied successfully, and the animation now has an elastic effect. If the animation feels too fast, I can extend its duration. This can be done either by manually editing the end keyframe or by using the quick buttons provided, which makes adjustments much faster. There's also a live preview option. When enabled, I can see changes in real time. Under Elastic Controls, I can adjust amplitude, decay, and frequency, and immediately see the results. And of course, you can always reset the elastic controls back to default. Quick tip, if you don't use the live preview, make sure it's disabled to avoid potential issues. And if you want to change when the animation starts and ends, you have two options. You can manually edit the start and end keyframes to adjust the timing, or you can bake the animation, which converts the expression into standard keyframes. Once baked, you can freely drag the keyframes in the keyframe editor or spline editor, giving you full control over when the animation begins and ends. Now let's see what happens with multiple parameters. Suppose I want to animate both the width and the height of an ellipse. After setting keyframes for both, I click Get Parameters, and the script detects them. By enabling the Apply to Multiple Parameters checkbox, when I click Apply Expression, I can select multiple parameters together and apply the effect simultaneously. If you later uncheck Apply to Multiple Parameters, each parameter will retain its individual values. This gives you the flexibility to fine-tune them separately. And since the script allows baking animations, you can move the resulting keyframes around and fully control when each parameter's animation starts and ends. Without the Apply to Multiple Parameters option, I'd have to apply the expression first to width, then separately to height, which is tedious. Instead, by enabling Apply to Multiple Parameters, I can apply the same expression to both at the same time. Now let's move to the Custom Curve tab. After clicking Get Parameters, you'll see a list of animated parameters. Let's skip the Get Handles Data option for now and go straight to the Presets section. Here, you'll find some built-in presets such as Aggressive Ease, Maximum Ease, Strong Ease, and more. You can also save your own presets in this section. I'll explain that shortly. But now, let's apply a preset to our animation. For example, if I choose Maximum Ease and apply it to the Angle parameter, it instantly generates a smooth, editable curve in the spline editor, which you can further refine as usual. If you're working with multiple parameters, like angle and size, you can enable the Apply to Multiple Parameters checkbox and apply a preset curve to both at the same time. The script automatically adapts the curve to fit between each parameter's start and end keyframes, even if the start and end keyframes is different in the two parameters. Now, let's see one of the most powerful features, which is the ability to save custom curves. Suppose you manually shape a curve for any parameter, and like how the animation looks and feels, you can save that curve as a preset. First, make sure the parameter with the curve is selected. Then click the Get Handles Data from Curve button. You'll see the handles data update instantly. By clicking Save, you can store the curve under a custom name, for example, Test. Later, you can apply it directly to another parameter from the preset list. Your saved curve will remain available until you delete it, allowing you to build a personal library of reusable animation curves.
When you animate the center parameter, Fusion creates a path. For example, let's animate the center and then click Get Parameters. You'll notice a parameter called Path1 Displacement. This is where something new appears, a displacement control parameter. You'll also see it added in the inspector. At first, this might look confusing, so let me clarify. When you apply an expression to the center path, you apply it to path displacement. However, when you switch to the Custom Curve tab, the script automatically redirects that control to the new displacement control parameter, which is internally connected to path.displacement. This avoids a bug that occurs if you try to apply a custom curve directly to path displacement. The good news is, you don't need to worry about this at all. Everything happens automatically. When you switch between the General and Custom Curve tabs, the script updates the target parameter for you. You don't have to manually change anything. Also, to avoid mistakes, path displacement is disabled by default in the multiple parameters workflow. That way, you can't accidentally apply an expression to the wrong control. So the rule is simple. Expressions apply to path.displacement. Custom curves apply to displacement control. And the result is exactly the same. This workaround ensures stability without affecting your workflow.
And that's it for this walkthrough of DrFusion MotionCurves Pro. This script makes creating dynamic, professional animations in Fusion quicker, easier, and flexible.